State of Ohio, the Attorney General is your State of Ohio. IRS liens. We work with land surveyors on the deed that could be defective. We work with mortgage companies to get payoff. And if there's probate, we deal with probate attorneys. So we have a whole pool of people that we work with to clear up the title. So let's just start with one of the problems. So if you just quitclaim the deed, or even happens when you don't quitclaim the deed. Today I close a loan and Sean's selling it to you. And I pulled the legal description and there's nothing wrong with that legal description. We send all of our legals over to the county to be pre-approved before we close. Sometimes they will not research that in Montgomery County if it's just a regular lot survey. But if it's more, or meets and bounds, but if it's more of acreage, they will. But other than that, we research that before we even close. So after Sean sells it to him and he owns it, and then he goes to sell it, somewhere after that transaction happens, when you get your deed, it's red starred. So flip to the next thing. So once I close and I file the deed in the county, and that deed's filed, they send it to you. I don't see it after it's filed, well I do. It comes back to me and then I send it to you. But they red start it. And what red start means is somewhere there's an inadequate description on your deed, whether it's the beginning points, the ending points, the rock and the iron pin, something isn't right on the deed. And because it's transferred so many times and it's so old, they need you to do a new legal description to correct this problem. Or maybe there was a lot of construction and they widened the roads and they've taken a little bit of piece of people's property, so they need these new beginning points. All of that falls on you as the consumer. So when you close a loan, no matter who you close with, and you get that deed in your hands, the first thing you look at is the top half of it, which gives you your stamps that shows you it was conveyed at the county. It went through the auditor's office, it went through the recorder's office. Some people carry their deed down themselves, and they file it at the county. And they take it to the auditor's office and they give it to them. And the auditor stamps it. But then when you picked it up from the auditor's office, you just went on out the door. And you missed going to the recorder's office. Yeah. So now you don't own it, you only have it halfway through.
Wow.
So then you go home and you file it away because you think you're all done, and 5 years later you go to sell it, and guess what? You don't own it. It was never recorded.
Yeah. Wow.
Until it's recorded, it's not in your name.
Wow.
It's only at the auditor. So if you ever just hand carry a deed down there, make sure that you hit the auditor and then you take it to the recorder. All right, now how do I fix that? If you have the original deed, we just get that original deed and record it to correct your title. All right, so you're gonna look at the recording, and then at the bottom, it's stamped by Carl Keith. And see those nice stars around it? On your deed, it's gonna be red. We call it red star. So that tells you that before you can transfer this property again, you have to have a new survey. Sean's got one right now.
Yeah.
So a pins and stakes survey can cost you anywhere from probably $1,800 to $2,800. Just depends on how much is involved in it. Montgomery County will allow me to close on the proposal letter from the surveyor that's signed by the seller that says we agree to pay. We'll hold that money in escrow. We'll close on the bad legal, and then once it's done and the survey's done, which takes about 4 to 6 weeks, we'll re-record it with the new legal. So that doesn't hold your closing up. But some counties, Warren County, will not allow you to do that. You'll have to wait until the survey is completely done before they allow you to close it. So that can drag your closing out for a 4 to 6 weeks turnaround time. So if you just did all of this yourself and didn't have a title company, then you could actually just inherit somebody with a swap of check and a handshake, and when you go to file that deed, your deed's red starred, and you can't get it filed until you pay for a new survey. So now on top of that swap of a check and handshake, you just inherited a $2,800 bill. And they're not gonna pay for it. All right? I'm throwing this out because it's so important for people to understand that you don't want to, no longer in this business, do you ever want to just deal with somebody directly and swap a deed and a check? Because at the end of the day, there are so many problems that we fix, and I have several investors that do that. They don't care. They just go buy it,
Integrated Dayton RIA is a great source of information for real estate investors. You can learn what you need to do to succeed. You can learn the different opportunities that there are in the marketplace, and you can meet a lot of people that know about this from their own experience.
It's a fantastic organization because you can network with more seasoned investors. You meet all kinds of different vendors each time, insurance companies, title companies. There's always a different group of people here. And even though I've been involved in real estate since '99, every time I come to a meeting I learn something different. You could also find contractors here. It's just a really great way to network.
The benefits that I've gotten from GD RIA over the years is being able to tap into a pool of knowledge from experienced investors, experienced speakers that allow me to overcome any obstacles I might have from what I'm not familiar
In
with.
GD RIA, we learned that this is a team sport, and being a landlord requires quite a few people to help. In GD RIA, we found our accountant, attorney, property manager, realtor who furnishes the leads for the properties, and I believe the appraisers.
GD RIA in 2010 to invest. The whole team was there. I had a property manager, realtors who had deals, and now I have 4 houses that are all turnkey solutions. I've invested in private LLCs. I've even bought a note. So by joining an organization like GD RIA, you too can learn how to be a good investor.
And we are an approved vendor with GD RIA. We've been with you guys about 4 or 5 years now, and we love networking with the members, and we're here to help. So anything that they need help with, you can find us here every meeting and ask us whatever questions you need to.
You guys have a location?